Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Exes.
Sorry.
We're the Exes, and we know what we're doing. Trust me, we know what we're doing. I'm Scott.
I'm Therese.
And we are the Exes. And we like to talk about, a little bit of everything. We spend time talking about crime. We talk a lot about relationships, and we did that for a long time. And, things are kind of slow right now in the crime thing. Although, I got to tell you, for some reason, this guy, Murdaugh, is going to keep coming around and around and around.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Once you're in prison for life, all the other stuff really doesn't matter.
Right?
Really, I'm sure people want to have some sort of closure on certain points, but it really doesn't matter.
Well, didn't he just get agree to a plea deal for all the financial stuff?
Yeah, the financial stuff, yes. But I don't know what's going on. That's the case where they had the court clerk who was messing with the jury, right? So yeah. That's all still up in the air. Hey, Lynn's with us. Lynn Serrano. Hey, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
And Lynn was on my other show last week, The Life Between, and kicked it really good. Got another great show tomorrow night on The Life Between if you want to tune in. Kellen and the author of the book Wag More is going to be on, and so that'll be really interesting. But today we want to have some fun, and I was thinking about things that bother us, and then you said, Therese, you said, how about we talk about positive things like favorite things?
Yeah.
So I think that's a good idea. So that's what we want to share with all of you out there. What are your favorite things? But you can't just say it's your favorite. You got to tell us why it's your favorite.
Oh.
Well,
there's rules.
Well, there's always rules. There's always rules.
Okay.
By the way, Syracuse football.
I see.
3-0. 3-0.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. They are awesome this year.
Oh,
awesome.
Good. It's about time.
Therese, please come join us on a Tuesday sometime. We'd love to have you.
Oh, no, there's too many people on there.
Oh, no, you would do great, though.
No, there's too many people on there.
All right. Well, Mary Kay and I would like to have you back on the other show, though. That's just the three of us, so that would be
fun. I can do that.
That would be fine. So anyway, yeah, Syracuse is doing good. One of my favorite things is watching football. It's one of my favorite things to do is watch football. I like pro football. I watch teams that I don't even like. But what I do now is I don't watch the whole game because that's a waste of a day. If it's the Dolphins or the Eagles playing or the Bills playing, I'd like to watch the whole game. But really everybody else, I just wait until the next day. I go on YouTube and they will give you the whole game in 12 minutes. And
oh, really?
Yeah. Well, they just show the plays that, they don't
matter.
show all the plays that matter.
Yeah.
If they gain a couple of yards or if they get a big pass or definitely all the scoring plays. But they don't show you all the in-between stuff. You don't have to sit through all the timeouts or listen to the interviews with the coaches and stuff, So,
you
anyway.
You talk about me. Hello.
What?
Turn your volume down.
My volume?
No, that was your phone, right? It wasn't my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was your phone.
There we go.
That
wasn't. Okay. I didn't even notice it. I didn't know.
Well, one of my favorite things is not football. So as you can tell, I haven't watched any.
Not football.
Not football. No.
You did go to one Syracuse game with me though.
Yeah. In person, I can do football.
Yeah.
On TV, it's a little long. It's a little long and drawn out, and I get frustrated.
But you'll watch basketball.
Yes, basketball is much more fast-paced.
college basketball.
College basketball.
Which
Yeah.
will be very interesting this year without Jim Boeheim at the helm.
I know. I'm kind of excited. I want to see what happens.
I know. Well, how many years officially was Jim Boeheim in Syracuse coaching?
40, I think. I think 40.
40 years as a coach.
Yeah, as a coach.
And then
Plus,
he
he
was
played
a player
for us
before
too.
that.
Yeah, he was a walk-on, correct? I believe he was a walk-on.
He was, he wasn't like a great player. It's
No,
not like he's not in the Hall of Fame for playing, but he is for coaching for sure.
Yeah.
We got Sandy Mom saying hi, kids.
Hi.
And tomorrow is Sandy Mom's birthday, so early happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And
September babies.
I know yours is coming up soon too.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Not too excited about mine.
Turning 60 sucks, doesn't it?
Shut up. Sure.
Okay. Happy birthday, Sandy Mama from Lynn. All right. Okay. So let's get started with favorite things. Here's a simple thing. Favorite movie all time.
I don't know if that's that simple because there's a whole bunch of movies.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, this isn't something, we're not going to hold this to you, and you're not going to be shot if you choose something later. but just like if it's in your like top 3 or something, what is one of your favorite movies?
Well, Sound of Music.
That you could watch over and over again. I guess.
Sound of Music. I watch it every year, right? And then Legally Blonde, I will watch whenever I see it, if it's on, or if I'm bored and there's nothing on. It's always a good go-to because it's cute, it's funny, it makes me laugh.
Well, we went and when we went up to my dad's, I think we went up there for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And he put us in a room with a TV with videotapes.
Right. No cable.
Yeah. No cable, not DVDs, videotapes. And the only one that we found interesting was Legally Blonde. We watched it every night that we were there.
Yeah.
And the truth is, it's really I don't know. Do I have to trade in my man card? But it's a kind of a good movie. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's
definitely
cute.
Not my favorite, but yeah.
Right.
So Sound of Music for you.
Mm-hmm.
And is it the music? Is it the story? What is it about Sound of Music that you like so much?
Well,
it's kind of weird. It's weird.
It's definitely the music. It's definitely all the kids in it, with the singing and the running through the hills. I don't know. It's kind of all of it. Like my mom was almost a nun, so she was right where Maria was. So kind of nostalgic in that sense. I don't know. It's just, I like it.
There we go. We got to vote for Gone with the Wind.
Never seen it.
You know what? Neither have I. Neither have I. As a matter of fact, I was on a show the other night and everybody was talking about Les Miserables. I've never seen it.
I've never seen that either.
Yeah, I know Hugh Jackman was in it, but once I found out he didn't play the part of Wolverine in it, I didn't want to watch it. So, now, if Wolverine was running through Les Miserables, like singing and cutting people up, that'd be cool.
Now, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? I don't know. There's one movie that I like to watch every year that it's on, which is The 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston.
Oh,
I think it's just one of the best pieces of film ever made. Yul Brynner, Edward G. Robinson, just the cast was just spectacular.
Yeah.
And the story is really cool, and it's just one of my favorite films ever made.
Do they still play it? Because didn't they play it around one of the holidays? Easter.
I think it's Easter when they play it.
I don't know if I've seen it even on there that much.
Because it's so funny. It's a biblical movie, but I don't even think about it that way. I just think of it as just a really cool movie. It's just such a powerful movie. So I'd say, that's one of my favorites. And I think it's just because of it's so grand. It's so big. I got other movies that I love. I love 12 Angry Men with Henry Fonda. I love Big Jake with John Wayne. I mean, there's other movies that I love that I could watch over and over again. But definitely that one.
I don't think I've ever seen a John Wayne movie either.
You never seen The Quiet Man?
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
Wait a minute. We lived together for almost 10 years, or like 10 years, and you never saw a John Wayne movie?
No.
That shows how much men do not actually control the TV. I'm telling you right now.
Well, when you had control, you'd watch football.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And we had certain movies that were always on in this household. You know, during Christmas time, the Santa Claus was on at least once or twice or three times.
Yes, I still watch the Santa Claus.
During Halloween, Scream, we'd watch the first Scream, not all the other ones. The first Scream, we'd watch over and over again.
Number 3 is pretty good too.
Number 3 is good, but was it number 3? No. Number 4 was really good. Number 3 was the movie set thing. No.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Randy gets killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was pretty decent.
Spoiler alert. Lynn says we need to see Gone with the Wind. All right.
Gone with the Wind?
You know what? I'll put it on my list as a movie to watch this year. Gone with the Wind. I will sit through it. Hell, I made it through.
All right, let me know how it is.
Through that.
Let me know how it is. I know the famous line. Like I've heard references to it plenty of times.
We know one line from the whole movie. Come on. We know one line. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Well, I also know from Carol Burnett that she mocked the Gone with the Wind, right? With the curtain rod and
with the curtain rods, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Harvey Korman was Rhett Butler, and it was brilliant. Brilliant. I'll tell you what, there's a TV show that should be an all-time favorites for everybody. If you ever really watched TV back then, Carol Burnett show was just probably had some of the funniest skits ever made.
Oh my God, I love that show.
Tim Conway, Harvey Korman, Carol Burnett herself, Vicki Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were such a good group. They were so funny.
Yeah, Lyle Wagner used to be on there a lot.
Who's Lyle Wagner?
He was the guy who was opposite Linda Carter in Wonder Woman.
Okay.
He was Steve Trevor, but Lyle Wagner was a really good-looking guy.
I mean, I used to watch Wonder Woman, but I think I was just concentrated on the way she'd spin around and change her clothes. Because I'd spin around and try and do that.
Funny fact for everybody out there, Wonder Woman, Linda Carter, and the TV show MASH, Radar, Gary Berghoff, were not only childhood friends, but they were in a band together.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
The band was called The Relatives. She was a singer and he was the drummer, and they were in a band together that actually traveled a little bit and played a bunch of gigs.
Huh, interesting.
Linda Carter and Gary Berghoff.
Huh.
That's not a pair you would actually put together in any sentence for any reason. Ever.
No. No.
Yes. Sandy, Mom is saying Tim Conway. That's the one we're talking about.
Anyway, he's funny.
Yes. All right. Let's move to another one. This one's an interesting one. We'll do favorite bands in a minute, but first of all, favorite song. Do you have a favorite song? A song that's always been with you?
Well, that one, now I can't think of the name. The one from Wiz Khalifa, is that his name?
I don't even.
It's been my favorite. It's been my favorite since my mom passed away.
What is the?
I even put a quote. I forgot now, but I'll find it. But I heard it right after she passed, like in the car on the way home, and so I associate that with her. So that has been one of my favorites. See You Again.
See You Again. Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah. Yes. Him. Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa sounds like a venereal disease.
And really anything by the Bee Gees I will listen to because it just always puts me in a good mood. Okay. Like always.
You know, I'm with you on the Bee Gees, definitely. You Should Be Dancing, More Than a Woman, all those songs.
Oh my gosh.
but that's such an iconic part of our childhood too.
True.
You know, now I go back a little bit to like the Beatles and Beach Boys, which was before my real formative years, because they say the most important music in your life is the music you hear between the ages of like 10 and 14. That is the most important music in your life. But yeah, but I like pretty much most songs by the Beatles. I think Yesterday was probably one of the greatest songs ever written. You know, so I think
I used to love the Beach Boys too, because when I was in CYO, our CYO advisor loved the Beach Boys. So whenever we had like picnics at Green Lakes or whatever, he'd have his boombox out and Beach Boys would just play and play and play.
And for some god awful reason, I have no idea why. Now you can connect it to that. That's good, because I have a song that I can't connect to anything, but I love the song, "Son of a Preacher Man," by Dusty Springfield. I have no idea why I love that song. I have no idea why I'm connected to it, but I just love that song. It's like one of my favorite all-time songs.
It's a good song.
It is. It's just something about it, just the way the music is played and stuff. But there's also a song by Harry Neeson called "Everybody's Talking at Me." And I love that song because my father had it on an 8-track. And if you remember 8-tracks in a car, it played like 6 songs, then play them over again. And that's what it did. It's just that's all.
That's what I did.
And we drive from Wisconsin to New York, or New York to back to Wisconsin as kids. And my father would be playing that, and probably, I think, some Glenn Campbell as well. But
Rhinestone Cowboy.
Rhinestone Cowboy.
Yeah.
And Wichita Lineman is a great song too. But okay, well that's okay. So we've got songs. I guess it's hard to be like one song is your song.
Yeah.
You know, because you adopted the venereal disease guy. You adopted that song. What's his name?
Wiz Khalifa or something.
Now
like
you know he wasn't born with that. He chose that name. He chose that name. His name is probably Robert Smith or something, right?
I just had him pulled up.
Wiz Khalifa, and he said, "Oh, that's the name I want to use." That was like Engelbert Humperdinck.
Cameron Jabril Thomas with a Z.
But Cameron
his real name.
Cameron Thomas.
Cameron Thomas with a Z.
Right.
Yeah, is his real name. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with Cameron Thomas. There's nothing wrong with that. But some reason he hit his head one day, and the word Wiz Khalifa went to his head. It doesn't even. I don't know. I swear, it sounds like you need penicillin to clear that up. Whatever it is. Okay, well, here's an interesting one. Your favorite animal?
Dogs.
Oh, really? Just straight out dogs?
Straight out dogs. I love dogs. Yeah. What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal? I don't know. I think probably I love birds of prey, like eagles and hawks.
Don't even talk to me about birds.
Well, I know, but I'm not talking about birds that are actually going to attack you like they did it.
Well, those birds of prey really will attack you.
Well, that's true. That's true. I don't know. I just something about eagles and hawks and those kind of like, predator birds that just the way they move, the way they fly, it's just so cool. It's just so cool. I mean, I like a lot of animals. I kind of like cats, right, Jonesy? Yeah.
You like one cat.
Don't want to piss them off. Yeah, telling your cat you like birds better is not a good idea.
Not a good idea, especially birds of prey. Oh.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, an eagle would take you away, Jonesy. You'd be gone. By the way, Lynn corrected and said we need to see Les Miserables, not Gone with the Wind.
I thought that was kind of a depressing.
It is depressing.
It's musical, right? It's a musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think the original book, obviously, a book is not a musical. The original writing novel is not, but they did make it into a musical. I think that's what most people equate it with, is a musical now.
Yeah.
But okay. All right. So animals. Do you have any questions? Favorite stuff?
Well, I got to pull up your list here. I wanted to go.
No,
Yeah. I have it right here. I wanted to go kind of down
Oh, you want to go back
not
into the more obscure things, right?
yeah.
Well, I mean, there's simple things like favorite color, favorite TV show. Yeah, I already know your favorite color is black. Favorite TV show, Seinfeld. Or no, I'm sorry, Friends. Friends. Wow.
Wow, what's wrong with you?
I know, seriously.
What's your favorite Halloween costume you've ever worn?
Wait a minute. Here we go. Sandy says, of course she loves cats, but all kinds of apes and monkeys.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
That's easy to explain. She raised 3 boys. Apes and monkeys, that's all we did was grunt and drag our knuckles around the house. That's all we did. And make a mess.
And make a mess, yeah.
Make a mess. All right, what were you going to say?
What was your favorite Halloween costume you've worn?
Oh, my favorite Halloween costume. Well, I've got 2. One years ago, I went to a party as Illustrated Man where I drew all over myself. But I had a girlfriend and she drew all over herself and she drew all over me and I drew on her. We did tattoos all over. And then after the party, when we got home, I went to wash it off and some of the shit wasn't coming off. And I said to her, you used the tattoo markers, right? These temporary markers. She goes, well, the black ran out, so I used this one. And she used a Sharpie, a permanent marker. So it took me like 4 days to get the shit off my face. But I think
lovely.
I think my favorite costume was the year that you and I did Grease, and I was Danny Zuko, and you were Sandy.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun. I think that was my favorite. I think I had the most fun with that one.
Yeah.
How about you? Your favorite Halloween costume?
How about me? That was a good one. Grease was that was a fun year. But also I did a policewoman one year. And I liked that. That was fun. And I felt good in that costume.
I got a story about that costume.
Okay.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know. People, in case you didn't know the full story, Teresa and I, we dated when we were like 14 years old and 15 years old. And then we didn't see each other for
I think like 13, 14.
13, 14.
Yeah.
And then we didn't see each other for almost 30 years. And then we dated and moved in together and did all that.
Did all that. Blah, blah, blah.
But when I was coming back up to New York and I had a chance, we were going to meet. After 30 years, we were going to meet. I trolled your Facebook. Or it might have been MySpace at the time. I don't remember. But it might have been Facebook.
No, it was Facebook. I was never on MySpace.
And that picture of you in that costume popped up. And
Melissa?
That's when I broke a sweat.
That was a good costume, right?
I said, damn. We're having coffee with this girl. Yeah. True story. Yeah.
That was a good year. I felt confident in that one.
You were banging in that costume. I mean, I'm not just saying it wasn't slutty, sexy cop, but it was
a little bit. It was a little bit.
A little bit, but it wasn't like over the top. It was It was nice. It was really good look. It was a good look.
Thank you.
Good luck. I'm going to pull that one up again.
Oh, Lord.
We'll have to share that in the next show. Okay. Favorite Halloween costume? That's a good question.
That's a good question, right? Who is your favorite cousin?
Who's my favorite what?
Cousin. Oh. Relative.
Oh, my God. I don't really have one. I guess my cousin Meg.
Okay.
Because I only really have 2 that I know
of. Okay.
And I had cousins on my father's side, but we never knew them. And then on my mother's side, we knew them when we were young, but pretty much once I got out of my teenage years, I see them on occasions, like unfortunately, like usually sad occasions, like funerals and stuff. But Meg is she's like this free spirit, lives off the land kind of thing, and she's a pretty cool cat. So she's my favorite. How about I already know your answer?
What's my answer?
It's got to be Michelle is your favorite cousin.
It's got to be Michelle. Yeah.
You guys are more sisters than you are cousins, though.
Yeah, but she has a sister, so. But I consider her my sister because I don't have a sister. So. Yes.
Okay. Here's one for everybody. What's your favorite podcast? I'll give you a hint.
Read up here. Well, you got so many that's not really fair.
I know. Let's see. What is your favorite day of the week?
I think Sunday. Because Sundays usually are the day I don't have really any. Most of the times I don't have much planned on Sunday, so I can sleep in. I can chill out in my pajamas. I can sip my coffee for an hour or two. I don't have to rush anywhere. Because even on Saturday, sometimes I'm babysitting for Jessica or whatever, and I have to, kind of watch the clock and be ready. And
there is something cool about just being in your PJs or in your robe and drinking coffee and watching a TV show in the morning and not having to go anywhere. I like that too.
Yeah.
But I think I prefer Saturdays. I think Saturdays is my favorite day.
Is it?
Only because on Sundays I'm already thinking about Monday. But on Saturday it's like I got to sleep in and I get to look forward to staying up as late as I want because I don't have to go anywhere the next day. And it's kind of like the most freeing day. Saturday. But I do like your answer on Sundays, though. That's a good reason. Okay.
I used to be reading the paper, but there's no paper anymore.
I know. Well, we used to get the paper, and then when we were still in New York, once we moved down here, I don't think we had a paper since the whole time we lived down here. We didn't get a paper.
No, I don't think so. It wouldn't have been the same.
No.
Because it's such a bigger city, it wouldn't have been as personal. Because my favorite sections of the paper were I always read the obituaries. I know that's depressing, but I'm a nurse and I always had to find out who died.
When you first told me that, you worked in dialysis and you told me you read the obits to find out if you were going to have a light week or not. two or three of them kick off. I'm coming home early on Thursday. All right.
I know, right? It's sad. But, and then they did the wedding announcements and the engagement announcements. What was that section called? Like CNY or something?
Lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's kind of the lifestyle, but some have a local one.
Section. A local one. And then the entertainment one and the comics and the horoscope.
Yeah. You skipped all the things like news. You skipped over all of that. That front page, that's just all garbage. We don't have to pay attention to that. The only reason the front page is any good because it tells me where the crossword puzzle is. Okay. So everybody's got this little item of things they want to do, the bucket list, right? And even if you don't formally have a bucket list, you got this little thing in your head saying, I really want to try that once. What is your favorite thing on that list? The things that you really want to try once?
I don't know if I would actually do it because I learned more about it now, but it used to be zip lining. I thought I would really be able to try that because I'm not bungee jumping and I'm not jumping out of a plane. That's not happening.
No. But getting you on a plane is a miracle in itself. All right.
Yes. True. So I think that I would have thought I could do that, but now, the place near here, it's not just one zip line you go and do. It's like a combination of 7.
Okay.
And then you have to rappel down.
Oh my God.
Well, so I don't know, really.
Well,
besides a big trip.
You've been to Vegas, Old Vegas, or the Fremont Street in Vegas.
Yeah.
They got the zip line that goes down Fremont Street.
Yeah.
You go up in the elevator, you go up the stairs, you get into it, you zip down, no rappelling, no climbing, nothing.
Yeah.
Would you do that one?
Yeah, I would probably try that one.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's just the one particular place.
You think I won't?
Well, I don't know.
I think I would. I think I would at least try it. Yes. In a spot like that.
Okay.
And
All
what
right.
about you?
Mine. I'd love to say skydiving or something like that. Um, but quite honestly, I think I would rather swim with sharks
Oh,
to conquer my fear.
oh,
I think
okay.
that if I could do something once, and I'm terrified to even think about doing it, but if I could do it once where I could conquer that fear, because I have this really strange. I used to swim competitively when I was a kid, and I always loved the water, but when it comes to the ocean, I have this thing where I get terrified, and I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it's because I watched Jaws when I was a kid. I just don't know, but I'd like to conquer that. You know,
Well, you're in the perfect state to try and conquer that.
I know, but but I moved
Just go
down here.
really far out at the
Yeah,
beach.
and
You'll
they're
find
like,
a few
well,
out there.
shark sightings are up by 40% this year. Like, oh yeah, great. Understand, swimming with sharks, I'm in a cage. They're not in the cage with me. Okay. That's
Oh, you don't want to just be willy-nilly swimming out there.
no.
Okay.
That's like jumping out of a plane and I pack my own parachute. It's not worth trying that. Okay. No. Okay. What is your favorite place in the world? Like a city or a destination?
Um, that I've been to or that I haven't been to?
Uh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like either one. If you want to say a place that you've never been to that's your favorite, but I'm not sure how you could call it your favorite. You could say that's the one I want to go to the most. But of places that you've been, what's your favorite place? Let's do that.
Of the places that I've been, I think San Francisco is a really fun city to visit. I wouldn't want to live there, but it was a very fun city to go visit. And when I lived in California, I was close enough that I was able to go like 4, 5, 6 times and did something different each time I went. So I think that that's pretty cool. Rode the trolley car.
Okay. All right. San Francisco's cool. I've never been there. Never been there. I've
No.
been to San Diego. I've been to Vegas or Los Angeles, and I've been there, but I never made it to San Francisco. I think my favorite is the Adirondack Mountains in New York.
Oh, really?
The little towns and like Lake Placid in New York, um, and the mountains it's probably just one of the places. I got a lot of fond memories there when I was a kid. We used to climb and stuff, but it's just really beautiful. It's really beautiful. Only certain times of the year though, because in the summer the black flies are out, and in the winter it's cold as all get out. But you got to pick spring or fall.
I don't think I've actually officially. I've been through the Adirondack, like I've driven through, and I've been to. I think I've been to the Poconos, but I don't think I've actually like been to the Adirondacks to like look at the little town and
Well, you didn't do any
stay
climbing. You never
there.
climbed any mountains, right?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
My father was not an outdoorsy person, and my mother sure as heck wasn't taking us
Yeah.
mountain climbing.
Oh boy. Okay. What, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? This is like probably silly, but for you, because it's gonna be some kind of chocolate.
Yes, any kind of chocolate, really. Probably the triple death by chocolate. Death by chocolate.
Death by chocolate.
Yeah, there you go.
Grand Cayman Islands. Mom is saying is her favorite place to be.
Oh, where is that exactly?
It's
Like what?
Grand Caymans. I think they're down. It's like near the Bahamas area, kind of.
Okay.
It's in the Virgin Island. I'm not sure where it is.
Okay.
It's in the water. It's in the water.
It's near the water.
It's in the water. It's actually there's a
Well,
it's
you know.
in the water. It's somewhere. I've never been to the Cayman Islands, but anyway. All right, so Death by Chocolate. I'm telling you, my favorite ice cream is probably a really, really, really good French vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, that's boring.
No, but you add stuff to it.
Okay.
You add stuff. Oh,
You're so vanilla.
all right. Now here's an interesting one. What is your favorite name for a girl, and then what's your favorite name for a boy? Because I know we never named our kids the favorite names.
Right.
Because we always had to compromise with somebody.
Yeah.
But what is your favorite name for a girl and favorite name for a boy?
Favorite name for a girl? I don't really know. Mine changes, but I think since I was a kid, it was Jill. I used to want to change my name to Jill.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because everybody I knew that was named Jill was really pretty. It's short, it's sweet. Nobody mispronounces it. My name was always mispronounced. It still is.
Still
People
is.
still ask me how I pronounce my name. And then for a boy, I believe.
Tell me about it, Teresa.
For a boy, I think it would be Christopher or Nicholas. I like both of those names.
Okay. All right. For a girl, I always wanted. I love the name Aphrodite. I think Aphrodite should be a name people should have for a girl.
Okay.
And for a boy, Indiana. I always wanted to name my kid Indiana Jones.
Oh.
I know it's stupid, but if it were truly up to me, my son's name would be Indiana, and one of my daughter's names would have been Aphrodite.
Alrighty.
It's just, I know. It's got nothing to do with taste. It's just what we like.
It's got nothing to do with taste.
It's got nothing to do with that.
Indiana Jones, you know that kid never would have lived that down. Why didn't you name Jonesy Indiana?
Because Jonesy looked like a Jonesy. I just couldn't.
What does a Jonesy look like?
Like this cat.
I like this cat.
It's just, when Jonesy showed up, his name was Jack. But I didn't want a cat named Jack. I don't like the name Jack.
Okay.
So anybody out there named Jack, don't take offense. It's just a bad name. Sorry.
It's just a bad.
I'm sorry your parents didn't like you. But it just looked like a Jonesy, and I was like, well, I can name him Jack Jones and call him Jonesy. So his true name is Sir because he was knighted. I knighted him. So
Okay.
it's Sir Jack Jones, but he goes by Jonesy.
He goes by Jonesy. Okay.
He goes by Jonesy.
Alrighty then.
And every time I say it, he looks up at me.
So he likes his name.
He likes his name. What is your favorite holiday, Therese?
Halloween.
All right. So my mom's saying, show everybody Jonesy. I don't want to lift Jonesy up while I'm sitting in this chair. Too many possibilities that me and Jonesy could end up on the ground. I'm teetering.
Move your camera.
Well, now he's under the chair. When he comes out, I'll show you.
Okay.
Halloween?
Yes. Halloween.
That's my second favorite.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my first favorite. Because it's just about food and family and fun.
So is Halloween.
Well, Halloween is about candy and fun.
Well, yeah, that's even better than real food.
So
it's about free candy and fun and costumes. Aw.
There's
he's
Jonesy.
Cute. All right, he's cute, but he doesn't have green eyes. Okay, that's close enough.
All right, so I it's kind of a toss up. I wouldn't want to give up either Halloween or what is your worst holiday?
I don't know. My worst holiday. I mean, holidays are nice. Holidays are fun.
Yeah, but is there one that you just really just not?
Valentine's Day is kind of a
yeah, well, yeah. Sucks. I have to buy myself candy.
Well, I mean, it's very commercial.
It is.
And really, you should be telling I mean, you should be showing the person that you love them all the time, not just on one day, right?
I agree.
I mean, it's kind of fun. I have 3 daughters, so I usually do a little, something for them. But
You find a way to celebrate almost everything, which I always admired about you, how you do that, and how big your heart is to do that. In me, I barely remember that Christmas is December 25th. And it's like, it's like the same time, same date every year. And it's like, you know, Halloween, Halloween I remember more than any other holiday, I think. But the one I just don't like that much is Christmas. It's become such a rat race of present giving and a lot less about the people. And
yeah,
and I guess it's up to us to change that. If you want to make it different, you make it different.
yeah,
But even just the decorating and all that stuff, and I guess when you live with somebody, decorating is a little more fun. But when it's just you staring at a little freaking Charlie Brown tree, there's a sadness in that, right?
yeah. But you like all the Santa Clauses and stuff.
I do. I didn't put them out last year though.
No, see, you should.
I think I will this year. Maybe I'll put
Yeah.
them out. Maybe I'll get them out this weekend.
No, it's too early.
Is
It's
it too soon?
soon. Yeah, you got to do Halloween first.
Well, what
See,
if
I've already got pumpkins out.
What if I dress as Santa Claus for Halloween? Can I do that?
Yeah, you could do that.
There you go. There. See, now here, Christmas feels like a lot of pressure. And that's
Christmas can be stressful. Yes, I agree. There's the expense of it. There's the hoopla of it. Well, not so much having to arrange family time anymore because it's really just me. But
yeah, I know.
I do enjoy when I really get a good idea or I find something randomly that I think somebody's going to really like. Like I do like that. I get excited for them to open.
I'll agree with you when you find that present that you're just like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And especially if you find it like a month or 2 months before Christmas, you don't even have to worry about it. It's just like,
Right.
Then you just got to resist the urge of giving it to them on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, right? But for every one person that you find a perfect gift for, there's 2 people that you're like, I don't know what the hell to get them.
Yeah.
That's
true. That's true.
And truth is, I mean, this may sound horrible. I send all my kids gift cards now, and because they're all over the place, they're living different lives, they're doing different things, and I send them gift cards for the holidays, and it's cool for the grandkids to find toys and send toys.
Yeah.
Especially if they're loud and obnoxious toys.
Yeah.
Fun.
I already have ideas for the little ones for this year, but yeah, I was trying to think too, because two of the girls are married now, and it's really hard to buy for, if I think of them as a couple, it's hard to figure out something. If I think of them individually, I don't know. So, my son-in-laws as well as I know my daughter. So it's all just, so I don't know. I was contemplating this year what to do.
Yeah, and it's like you can only buy like a shirt so many years in a row before you got to think, try to get something a little better.
I know, you got to think of something else. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so here's an interesting one. This actually follows along with that thinking. What is your favorite kind of gift to get? Now, it doesn't have to be specific, but what kind of gift do you love getting? Like some people like getting flowers, some people like getting candy, jewelry, whatever, clothes, money. I mean, what is your favorite? Let's not count money because that's too easy.
I think I always like to get candy. I always get excited. I don't care if it's one candy bar or a whole tower of chocolate. As long as it's chocolate, I'm happy.
A tower of chocolate.
Yeah. And I do like.
Hint, 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 everybody. Her birthday's coming. Tower of chocolate.
I do like, I like jewelry. I do like to get jewelry.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know my answer.
Watches.
Watches.
Well, jewelry includes watches.
That's true. It shouldn't.
But it does.
It shouldn't.
For me, it does.
Oh, okay. All right. But for me, the watch is probably my favorite thing. And now, of course, art supplies. I like that too.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Good for my works.
Your works.
My works. All right. Well, we've done a lot of favorites and stuff. You know, I mean, they got all these different ones, favorite restaurants and stuff. Yeah. Do you have a favorite restaurant?
No.
No.
No. You?
Well, living down here, my favorite place is Bahama Breeze, just because the food is always good and it's kind of a cool atmosphere. But I could also say I love Bubba Gump's too. I mean, I love going over there. And,
Yeah.
you know, so that's kind of a tough one. But you know, there's just so many favorites and everything. But you know, we just wanted to take a little show and get away from all the controversy. You know, we've been doing a lot of the crime stuff and everything, and it's like something different. You know, I hope some people got a kick out of that a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, we were going to do a show with your friend Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
I could say our friend Debbie. I mean, I knew
Our
her
friend Debbie, yes.
back then. You know, is she going to come on sometime soon, or?
I'll have to text her and see. She said that she could do it next month, and then Teresa sent me a text and said that she would like to come on. So maybe you might get both of them.
That would be an interesting show.
It would be fun. You won't be able to talk as much as you do.
Actually, I've got an idea for that show.
Okay.
What if we were to do a show where you can get a couple of women? You know, maybe we can even get somebody like Lynn or somebody else who wants to participate. You know, one of our podcast buddies. We get a couple of people on there, and I ask questions from a guy asking women about things.
Well, that's a good idea.
You know,
That'd be fun.
Things like this. When you ask what is wrong, and she says, "Fine, I'm fine," and you know, and she knows she's not fine. Do you leave her alone? Do you keep asking? What is the right thing to do?
I think that all depends on the woman.
Well, there's got to be a right answer somewhere, because guys, we don't know. We get stuck. We're like, well, fine. I'm just going to go out and hang out with the guys.
That's probably not the right answer.
That's the right answer. I'm going to sit there and say, I know you're not fine. You got to tell me what's wrong. I know that's not the right answer. So I'm going to ask questions. If you get a panel of women together.
Okay.
And I will ask the questions. Here's the answer. Run for cover.
There you go.
I will get a panel you get a panel of women together, and I will ask the questions that guys want to know or that we're completely freaking baffled by.
Okay.
Just shit that just baffles us completely.
Okay.
And you know, and then maybe one day we'll do it the reverse side, with the guys. But you know, but I don't think women spend a lot of time trying to really figure out what's in our heads.
No, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the same. I think
we do. I do.
I think they spend more time thinking, why are they so stupid?
Well, that answer will never be able to become.
How can they possibly sit there for 6 hours watching football, eating pizza, and being happy? How does that make them happy? That makes no sense.
How can they really believe me when I say nothing's wrong?
We never believe. We hope. We
hope it's true.
I mean, I think, first of all, the word fine is like, it's right up there with other words in society that we've gotten rid of. Like you shouldn't call people certain names, like, got the N words, all these other words. There's names you do not call people. I don't think people should use the word fine anymore because it's got too many different connotations.
All right, so one more. What's your favorite time of day?
My favorite time of day?
Mm-hmm.
I think like in the evenings between 6 and 8 o'clock. The getting home from work, the unwinding, you're cooking, you're watching the news, maybe podcasting. It's still light enough to walk around outside. It's just a great time of day. I used to love early mornings. I don't love those as much anymore because the older you get, the early mornings, it takes a little longer to feel good. But no, I like that time of day. How about you? What's your favorite time of day?
I would say later than that, like 9 to 11 type.
9 to 11.
Because I've gotten home from work, I've gotten all the chores, which cooking is a chore. Gotten all the chores out of the way. I brought the dog out, and it used to be like, when the kids were little, they were in bed by then, so it was finally like quiet, And I am kind of a night person. I can be a night owl.
Yes.
Mornings are never my thing. Not when I was a kid. Not when I was a teenager. Not now.
But you weren't horrible in the mornings.
No, as long as you left me alone, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
And don't interrupt my routine.
Yeah. Don't talk. If you're not into the second cup of caffeine, don't get involved in this. Because then everything will just be fine. No bueno. No bueno. Actually, I've got one on the list I wanted to get to because I think it's a kind of an interesting thing. What is your favorite store? If there's a store you could just spend all day and walk around, is there a store that you love?
It would probably be Barnes and Noble, just to kind of be in the store.
Yes.
Or any bookstore, really.
I
like the whole atmosphere of a bookstore.
Hey, my brother Dean's on.
Hey, Dean.
He says
Wegmans. No.
Dude. No, Wegmans when it comes to grocery stores, you cannot top Wegmans.
I don't know. Wegmans irritating me these days.
What do I got down here? Frickin' Winn-Dixie. Winn-Dixie, the Piggly Wiggly.
Well, I have to say the Wegmans near me, which is right down the hill, so it's very close. It takes me 3 minutes to get there. But it's a madhouse. It's always busy. The parking lot's horrible. The people are a little more hoity-toity because I live kind of in the middle of like the college area.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, even though like my apartment and stuff is not like hoity-toity, the people around us are.
Don't they understand the hoity-toity people are supposed to be at Fresh Market and Whole Foods?
Well, there is a Whole Foods now down the road. They just opened. But I go to the Wegmans across the street from my work if I have to go to Wegmans.
Yeah. Or even worse, Trader Joe's, which is where all the...
I love Trader Joe's.
Oh.
It's also right down the hill.
You have a Trader Joe's? Oh, okay.
Yes. Right down the hill.
Now, I'll agree with you on the Barnes & Noble thing for hanging out all day. Because you get to look at books. And since they started putting coffee shops in the middle of the store.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't have to leave.
I know, right? They have comfy chairs all over. They have tables if you want to bring your laptop.
I guess the Wegmans over near my brother Dean's house is like a small city.
Oh, wow.
And Dean says Trader Joe's is for hipsters.
Well, I like Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I was never a fan. It didn't make sense. It was not big enough. They get this, I don't know. There's just not enough variety. Yeah. If you go to the cereal section in Trader Joe's, they got like 12 brands. That's it. And there's like different, it's not like they have 7 aisles like a regular supermarket,
Right.
So,
but I do like that.
All right. What worst store to be in? Worst store.
Well, I probably just said it.
Wegmans.
The one near me.
Hands freaking down Costco.
I love Costco.
Oh my God. But the people who shop in there? Who needs that much toilet paper?
Some people do. They have big families.
Well, if you need that much toilet paper, maybe you should stop shopping at Wegmans and clean up your act a little bit, get some Whole Foods fiber in you or something, and try to straighten that shit out. My family, Dean says. What? That's your worst place
family?
To be?
What?
What? No, I think he's saying we're his family.
Oh.
And Dean and I have been talking about possibly starting the Jones Boys sportscast, and we're doing a sports show.
Oh, cool! That'd be cool.
I would love to do that.
That's what you need, another show.
Well, I've got an extra. I got like a 6-hour window.
A 6-hour window.
It's on Sundays between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. No,
I think that'd be cool.
No, I'd like to do that. And so hopefully Dean and I will connect and we'll do that. But it's my brother Dean, and cool dude.
Absolutely, you should do that.
All right. So, which one is your favorite child?
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Tell me.
No, I don't have a favorite. If you ask my
Oh.
daughters, they'll tell you I have a favorite, but I do not have a favorite. I mean, they're all unique. So you can't say there's a favorite because there's certain things about each child that is my favorite thing about them. And then there's things that, are not so great.
Well said. Well said. Privately, in our heads, we all have a favorite, and that's just the truth. We can never tell them we have a favorite, because that's the one thing you hold over your head. You got 3 kids, I got 3 kids, and I can always tell one of them, listen, I've got a favorite, and you're not it. And that's the one thing you got to hold over their heads, But you never want to tell the one who's your favorite that they're your favorite, because then they won't be your favorite anymore, because then they're going to take advantage of that. So
Right.
You could pull out my fingernails and I wouldn't say.
That's
my mom not choosing me as a favorite.
Think I might be able to guess. I know that I know this is past tense because it's not anymore. But I know growing up, I was probably my father's favorite because I was the only girl and I was definitely daddy's little girl. He definitely spoiled me.
You were the only one in your family that wasn't so extremely annoying for some reason.
Tommy wasn't annoying.
Your brother Chris was shooting BBs out the window at people and throwing his guitar at people and stuff like that. Your brother Matt hung out with me, and all we did was get in trouble every other day. And Tommy was the little runt, and he was the kid running around.
He was my mother's favorite. That hands down.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I can see you as being daddy's girl because you're the girl, and
yeah,
and you were perfect when you were a child.
Of course, I was. I mean, at least in his eyes, I was, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I took advantage of that.
Well, you know what? We've come pretty much to the end of our time. We've covered a lot of favorites. Awesome. We'll definitely try to set up this podcast and we're going to talk more about relationship stuffs and things like that. If a crime comes along that we want to cover, we'll hit you with that too. Mm-hmm. The one last question, and this is an interesting question for you and me, and people our age. What is your favorite decade? Obviously, the 60s, we were too young, but was it the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 20s, or the 2010s?
Well, I have to say the 80s, for sure. I mean, there is a lot of music from the 70s that I liked, but I was still a touch young to actually live the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 80s definitely. I mean, the big hair, the crazy leg warmers, and all that fun stuff.
But there was such a mixture. We had everything from heavy metal really making its mark to punk rock still existing in some places. Yeah. We had definitely dance, the beginning of hip hop. There was so much music going on.
The end of disco.
Yes. You turn on the radio, you hear Bon Jovi followed by Flock of Seagulls.
And Elton John.
Followed by Tone Loc.
Who?
Tone Loc. Funky Medina.
Okay, I said Elton John.
Elton John, yes.
Yeah. Billy Joel.
Billy Squier.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
And roller skating. Roller skating was still big, and that's what we did. That's what we did. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. I hope you got a little kick and thought about some of your favorite things. And, just something fun to do is think about your favorite things every once in a while. Talk to your friends about them. And maybe just a little bit of just lightheartedness every once in a while. There's too much crazy shit going on. You turn on the news, and there's a lot of hatred. We're dividing ourselves with politics that don't make sense. We've got people in charge who are having strokes in Congress, and they're still in power. We got things that make absolutely no sense going on out there in the world, And we're not going to fix it by staring at them. We fix it by fixing the stuff in your own house, your own yard, your own neighborhood, and your own communities. And that's how we start to make a change. So be positive, bring some of your favorite things out there, play, have some fun. And that's all I can offer everybody. Therese, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Have fun. Laugh a little. Let the stress go.
Let it go.
It's all
Life is
going to be
too
there
short.
tomorrow.
What's that?
It's all going to be there tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, enjoy. Take those moments and enjoy them. When are we back on the 4th?
We are back on. I don't think it's going to be the 4th because I am training in Melbourne, and then I have to drive over to Tampa and train there. So I'm going to be traveling on the 4th. So
All right.
we could do it. I'll have to call you, and then we'll have to figure it out.
All right, let me know because I'll try and get the girls. Actually, if you could do the 11th, that might be good because we are supposed to be able to do that St. Vincent's walkthrough on the 7th. So that would be fun.
So October 11th,
Yeah.
I'm in. Let's book that. Let's book that.
Okay.
We'll be back on October 11th. I apologize for skipping the week, but I do have some traveling I have to
You're a
do.
week skipper.
We are proud and lucky to be working with the emergency services in Tampa to train their people and help them with mental health and addiction crisis. So we're very happy to be doing that. So that's why I go on the road. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. And Sandy Mom is saying bye, kids.
Bye.
And the fact that we still got people out there calling us kids,
It's lovely.
That's, I think, at the top of my list of favorite things when somebody still calls me a kid.
Yeah, right.
Knowing full well I'm a broken down old man. All right. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. We'll catch you next time.